Beyond the dance to the podcast land with Carla. Beyond the beats with Carla. Beyond the beats with Carla.
Welcome to Beyond the Beats, the stage where music moves us, dance free us, and every beat tells a story. I am Carla, your host, curator of rhythm, and your guide through the sounds and steps that make us feel alive. This is more than a show, it's a celebration of music, movement, and the people who bring them to life. DJs, choreographers, dancers, producers, teachers, and everyone who find themselves when the beats drop. Each week, I will spotlight fresh music, remix culture, choreo tips, behind the scenes stories, and the artists who shape the dance floor. Whether you're freestyling in your living room, rehearsing from a stage, or crafting a playlist that moves a room, this space is for you. Grab your water, find your space, and let's move beyond the beats. Tonight's introduction is a person that I met not a long time ago. He is 2 years old, 2 months old in Zumba. So tonight I'm welcoming someone whose journey embodies resilience, reinvention, and the courage to start again. Born in Providence, Rhode Island, Chris learned independence early, moving from home to home before landing a first job at 17. Despite the challenges, Chris graduated high school with dreams of becoming a creative writing teacher. But life led in a different direction. The culinary world became the next chapter, where Chris went from dishwasher to chef by 18, building stability, a family, and a home. But stability isn't the same as fulfillment. After facing serious health and personal challenges, Chris made the brave choice to prioritize well being and happiness, beginning a fresh start in Mass. There, Chris rebuilt life with the kids, found love, rediscovered purpose, and discovered Zumba. Now, a newly certified Zumba instructor with 4 months of teaching experience, Chris brings undeniable energy, joy, and heart to every single class. Inspired by incredible mentors and fueled by a unique personal flair, Chris creates a space where everyone feels welcome, motivated, and free to move. With dreams of hosting community Zumba events and continuing to grow as an instructor, Chris is just getting started. For Chris, Zumba is more than a fitness, it is freedom, connection, and a reminder that it's never too late to choose a new direction. Please help me welcome Chris to Beyond the Beats tonight. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited and nervous.
Don't be. You have a lot of stuff to share, and we're gonna start with, your journey and personal journey and identity. So, what's a moment in your life that completely changed your direction?
So the biggest thing I feel that sticks out immediately when you say that is I chose to take a trip to California one day, and I've always been a love of travel, but growing up very poor, it wasn't in the cards. I wasn't. Rhode Island was it. Those four walls was where I was gonna be for the rest of my life. But I chose to start exploring, and I met some friends in California. Say, hey, come by, and I started getting into social media and trying to create a presence there. Um, and they always say, "Oh, Chris, you're like TikTok famous." I was like, "No, I had 100 likes." So, but I had a lot of people that brought me out there, and I took some time, and I wasn't going through the best time of my life. But as people know, is you give that front, you have to smile through it. You have to show everybody that you're doing okay. So I was not going through the best time, and I chose to take a flight. I needed to get away, and I took a second, and it's full of mountains and beautiful scenery over there. I took a second and I was like, I want to go climb a mountain. I was getting into my fitness journey slowly, but I was a lot bigger. So I remember, from what I remember, it was years ago. I was walking up, hiking, and I was exhausted, sweating, and a couple comes up to me, doesn't know me. They were coming down, and they gave me a bottle of water and a sandwich. He's like, "Hey, you deserve this." And it might seem so small, but with that moment, I found my self-worth, and I'm like, these people do not know me. And we sat down, we talked, and they knew my whole life story, and they just listened. And I got off that mountain, and it's just a different person. I came home a different person, and I realized what I was living with, the life I deserved. And since
Oh,
then, I brought everything into light: my fitness, my mental health, my kids, everything. Everything became a priority all in itself. So that was a big thing for me.
that's awesome. I'm gonna dig deep into your story, your life story, Chris, because it's so interesting to me. What's a risk that you are so proud that you took and made you the person that you are today?
So one of the big things is my I looked up to my big brother that had the white picket fence. He's with his wife, the love of his life, since they were 12 years old, and he's
Wow.
almost hitting 40. And they have two kids, and the kids are 18, almost 18 years old, and they're getting to a point where they're gonna settle down. Kids leave the nest. I wanted to be like that. I wanted it fast. So I bought the house early. I got tried to get the way to pick a fence. I I wanted children. I wanted the car, and I got there, and then I realized that wasn't it. The house wasn't what didn't make me happy. The car didn't make me happy. My children, 100%. I never knew I could have kids, and I just had them. I was so excited. So those were the things that held on to me the most. And but there was a point where my mental health was declining. I wasn't with the person I thought I was going to be with for the rest of my life. But what kept going in my head was my brother would always say, "You have to stay. That's non-negotiable. Doesn't matter. Your kids need both parents." So with that, I stayed and stayed, and it was 10 years,
You went.
and for about eight of them. Like, I think more of like till the kids were born. I tried and tried, but once the kids were born, I thought that would help my mental health. Like, I have my kids, there will be my heart,
Yeah,
and they were, and they are. But there was something missing. I didn't have the family I wanted. The house wasn't a home. So with that drilled in my head was I had to disrespect the mentality of my brother that taught me everything I knew, and I had to go my own route. And it took them years to really realize, and I disappeared because I was scared about the response.
yeah.
So, and that's what landed me here. I ran away because I didn't want to be. I felt embarrassed, and it was something that I was nervous. I was scared. I was angry, but it became a big thing, and they reached out to me, and now they're willing to come to a wedding, and they're reaching out and say, "Hey, you made the good choice.
I
I'm
love
happy that you're happy." And it was terrifying because the last thing we want to do is disappoint, the people we look up to. So
I
that was a big
agree,
one.
but at least you are following your heart. You need to follow your heart. And I get it, because I have a similar story. Like we go into a marriage not to separate, not to move to another, life. But at the same time, we're gonna look up to ourselves and see what's the best for us and our children. If we're not happy, we're not in a good situation, we need to better that situation. So I applaud you to finding yourself, Chris, and that's such an amazing story. And I love that they're coming to celebrate your wedding. So when is the wedding? Can we know that
Yes, so it is September 5th. Of this year coming up. It's coming up very soon.
this year?
Yes. And
You're
actually,
kidding me.
yes,
I'm
and
coming. I'm crashing your wedding, Chris. I don't care.
I was actually going to say that I wanted to do it here in front of everybody, but I would love for you to come. And if you were
Oh,
willing, I would love to see you there. And I think it would be very exciting, and it's going to be a beautiful day. So having you there would just make it that much more amazing.
oh my God! It's just I have goosebumps right now, Chris. That's such an amazing thing for me. Oh my God, that's such an honor. I would love to be there. I've met your fiance, and you two are like beautiful lovebirds, and I'm so happy for this next step. So happy. Such an honor to be at your wedding. 100%. I'm there. I am there.
On one condition, there's going to be a lot
What?
of dancing.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm not singing. I'm coming to the floor.
I I have a lot of surprises. I can't talk about it right now, but there's a lot of things going to happen, a lot of things in the work or in the works with what I've learned that we are.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
I'll help.
Okay.
Listen, you
I'm very
saw what I
excited.
can do with Abby. Like
Oh
Abby
yeah,
is here. You saw what I can do, so I can help.
I'm
That-
excited.
That's I'm
Yes.
excited for you. That's such an amazing thing. I love that. Tell me a little bit about a dream that you outgrew. You wanted to have that dream, but you outgrew, and one that you grew into now.
Hmm. Let's see. Um, the biggest dream. It kind of goes almost into uh being a father. I've always been very down on myself. I told you even with dancing and everything. So I've
Yes,
never thought that I'd have the life that I got. I never thought I would be good enough for kids or I would be a good dad. So my goal was to travel the world and just live it up, see different cuisines, all that stuff. And that was when I was learning how to cook. And it was a big thing for me. So, and then once I realized that holding the twins, I couldn't even say one. I had both of them in each hand at the same time. Everything changed. I didn't want to do it anymore. The thrill is still there. I do love to travel, but now I do it with family. My kids are not ready yet, but eventually. But now I'll take some time, and me and Maria will go. We are a Disney family, so we go out the kids. We let them stay home, and we go do our thing. But we it's turning from something as simple as just traveling the world into becoming a father and just growing roots. And I never thought I would be the one to sit like lay down roots and just be in one place because it kind of freaks me out. I hate being stuck in four walls, if that makes sense. And to change a whole mentality of someone I used to be 10 years ago till now, reflecting on that, it's incredible.
that's crazy. I love that, Chris. Um, what personality trait you did not appreciate until adulthood?
Personality trait. So
Like
when I
for
was
me, a liar. Like I can't if someone lies. How about you?
yeah, so personality trait that I trying to figure out a big thing. Oh, I'm stuck. Personality trait that I grew up not liking. Correct.
Yeah,
It's I would honestly agree. I didn't want to steal it, but it's more of like I'm very empathic. I can see right through
me
people,
too. Yes,
and and that's kind of a thing that I have to. And I'm non-confrontational when it comes to the most part. So when I see it, I kind of just move on. Um, and because I call it a gift and a curse, I can see the tells. I'm very empathic. And at
that's why we
first,
connected. We're empaths.
yes. I can see the true intentions. I can see if people are very genuine
I
or
love
if it's just words. And with that, it's again, it's a curse because sometimes I feel like I was ignorant where I can just not think about it. But it's a blessing because I saved myself from grief in the long run. I went through enough of it growing up because I didn't know how to. I knew I can feel it, but I gave a lot of people benefit of the doubt. And I
Yeah,
grew up to notice that it's not always like that. And people will have malicious intent, and you just got to get yourself out of that.
I love that. I love that. What's something people always misunderstand about you, Chris?
That misunderstands.
Yeah.
Uh, I think I'll say it's more of like a surprise.
Yeah.
So as I think you're sort of slowly seeing it as well. But I think you're empathic, so you see right through me. I'm very shy. I'm very reserved. And once you get to know me, I am the total opposite. I can't get off the dance floor. I can't. I like to just I have this energy that I can't even contain sometimes. Sometimes I gotta bring myself down a level, and they can't. They're not ready for it, and that's kind of like something that they don't. They're not more of like the misunderstanding to a point of they see me as exactly what I show, and they don't take the second to kind of really understand or to get to know me to see the other side.
So I did see you at an event the first time, and I came next to you, and I'm like, you really dance really good. Do you want to become a Zumba instructor? And you're like, I am already a Zumba instructor. Do you remember that time?
Yes, yes, yes. I was so shy.
Oh my God. You were dancing so beautifully that I had to come next to you and tell you that you are a good dancer. And then you told me, oh, I'm a Zumba instructor. I'm like, you have class. And this is how our journey started. You start coming to my class, and I'm like, everybody loves you in class. And I'm so proud of you that you have already a class of your own in no time, Chris. Do you know that many people that comes to the Zumba industry, they wait for more than a year or more than 1 year to have their own class? You did that in no time, and your class is packed, almost 30 plus people. This tells you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah.
It
I would
tells
say I
so
think
much.
when you asked me, when it's like I'm a super. I think I was like 2 days in, so I was like, I sit, and that's kind of shows who I am. I just got my license. I'm going to the first event I see. I am ready to go. I'm like, I see something. I'm like, oh, it's only a 45-minute drive. But let's go. I'm like, going to have a good time. And I actually brought. I don't know. Oh, you didn't meet her there, but Maria was there too. And she came in with me, and she's been so supportive and everything.
I
And
love
it
it.
just
Yeah,
and I just kind of I always give it 100, and I always say slow, like don't go too crazy. I'm like the way I work is I give 110% because if not, I lose the momentum, and I don't want to lose this feeling is something that I'm not going to get rid of. I don't want to get rid of. So if I'm not
never.
sweating every day, if I'm not in my living room for 2 hours practicing the same choreo over and over again until I want to throw up, I'm not doing enough. And then I didn't have when I talked to, I had zero songs. I had maybe one of like one of my old instructors that kind of, and I respectfully asked, and I was like, hey, I would love to use this to get over my stage fright. He's like, go for it. And that was it. But now I have maybe 8, 9 songs that are my own. My instructors let me use a couple of theirs to kind of piggyback off, so I can start pulling and taking and put my new ones in. I got 2 songs coming in today that I was working on. I've only had like 40 minutes after work before the kids came. So I was like, all right, got time to crash 2 songs in. And I don't know how to slow down. And I got a blessing to Maria, and she's probably watching. And I
Hi,
wouldn't be able to do it.
Mary.
And she wouldn't I wouldn't be able to do it without her because she's the
Of
one that supports it.
course. The
But
support
yes.
system that you have is so important. And I saw her, and I was so happy that she came to class with you. It was such an amazing thing to just see her, like there in class. And you need that support. If the people you like love you, they don't support you, you feel so down. And because of her, you're feeling more motivated. Like it's good to have people from the outside supporting you, but when you have that close of a circle supporting you, it's such an amazing thing. And we love you, Mary, for that. We do, we do, we do.
And
So that's really crazy. That's awesome. So tell me more about your Zumba journey, Chris. Why you wanted to become a Zumba instructor, and did you ever dance before, or you just said, "I just wanted to try, and I want to become a Zumba instructor"?
so the way it started was I was losing the weight, but I was going, but I'm not a runner. I still not a runner. So I'd go to the gym and keep going. And then I was in Cranston, Rhode Island, and I would just go by the studio and I would go into my little training box with my trainer, and I just see a party over there. I'm like, who's partying over there? And I don't know if you know Carlos, but Carlos is right in Cranston. He's him and Fatima. So they're the duo. So I see them both there, and they just it's 40 plus people in there. They're just having a good time. And I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm too old to go to the club, but I want to have a good time like that. And so
Yes.
um music's blasting and they're just going crazy. And I was like, all right. So I went in there, I went in the back right corner, very quiet, and all females, no guys. I'm like, all right, this is first of all, it's very intimidating. Two, the whole perspective of Zumba is very feminine based, so I didn't have the history or the knowledge of it. So I was like, yeah. And I did a couple of them, like, all right, this is cool, but I just couldn't connect. I had two left feet. I never danced before in my life. I didn't even know how to dance bachata. I was born in a Puerto Rican household. I do not know how to dance bachata.
What?
Sorry. To everybody, I'm so sorry. But I never learned. I none of that stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe this is a good way to learn my basics. I left, never went back for about a month or two. I looked at it again. I'm like, these guys are partying again. I'm like, let me try it again. I left for another 2 weeks. And then I
Wow.
came back one more time, and Fatima, and I was going through a rough time with the process of leaving, the thought process. I didn't leave yet, but I was like, all right, I need to figure out my life. And she seen me and she's like, come here. And she grabs me, pulls me all the way up, and she starts dancing with me. And I was terrible, 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 terrible. But she, at the end of the class, she's like, you did great. You did amazing. What's your name? And that just made me feel so welcomed. And now I was like, all right, Fatima, I was like, all right, those songs, that's two songs she comes in once in a while. I mastered them very quickly. It's because that connection she gave with me. I was like, she connected with me now. I want to connect with her through music and dance. And then Carlos came up to me. He's like, okay, you're getting it. And it just kept going and going. And I was like, I think I'm good at this. And I'm not, I was cooking my whole life. I don't know. I don't have any other talents. So I was like,
You
I'm
do.
good at
You
something I
have
want.
talent.
And I was brand new, and then I was like, and I started seeing the scale drop and drop and drop, and I'm sweating, and I got my fix of the club. I don't have to go to the club tonight. I got my fix, and it just it kept going, and I slowly went towards to the third row, to the second row, and then I had this group of moms. And then they had so much energy, and they're like, Chris, what's up, Chris? And we start dancing together, and I became part of something more than my just myself. And that feeling you could never, and I give it to everybody. I'm like, you guys don't know that feeling until it's there. And Carlos, he would bring me up now, and we're doing all our dances together. We do recordings together, and it was just, I'm like, all right, guys, I gotta go. I'm like, you're not gonna hang out. I'm like, nope, I got Zumba. And they thought I was crazy.
I
We're going
love
to Zumba
it.
again. I'm like, yep. And since then, it just every day, every day. The only downside is it's in Cranston. Until now, I wish I knew what I knew now. It was only Carlos and Fatima did the YMCA, so it was only like one or two classes a week where I can barely go, maybe once. And I just like I started kind of I wanted more, but I couldn't. And then so I kind of it was just staggered. It was more of like I was being a student. I got good enough. I was like maybe I could be. And Fatima was like, I can get you into a B1 class. She told me about Zinc. She hooked me up with Zincon. She's like, this Zincon. I was like, what's that? She's like, it's a whole party. She's like, you're like, and I was like, get me in. She's like, no, you can't. You got to become an instructor.
You
I'm like,
have to be an instructor.
and we talked about it, but it dwindled down because, and then I kind of got into my own life again, but she kept pulling me back. And then I moved, and it was a hard decision because that was a deterring factor. I told Maria, I'm
Yes.
like, I love you, I want to be here, but I need my Zumba class. So I'll drive 2 hours just to go to a Zumba class and just go right back 2 hours home from Rhode Island to Mass every
That's
Wednesday.
crazy. That's 2 hours. Chris.
Oh, and then it just dwindled to nothing because I couldn't afford it, and I
Yeah.
stopped for about like 8 months, and there was nothing. I didn't know about the community. I gave up, and I gained all the weight, and my mental health declined. And then Maria walks by, she's like, "Hey, there's a new gym opening up at Crunch." And I'm like, "Oh," it's like, "It's 4 minutes away." I'm like, she's like, "Yeah," and it says Zumba. I was like, "What, Zumba?" So I ran in there a day opening. I was like in line, and there was 5 instructors, and there's like
What?
7 classes a week. And I'm like, I'm like, I wonder if I could get into this again. And since then, it just kind of took off. And I met Denise, I met Ita, I met Josan, I met Martine, and I don't know if you know Mamacita. She's been in it for a
Yeah.
long time.
I think they all
And
teach at Crunch up there. Yes.
yes, and I met them all at once, and I was like, oh, they're all different. I'm like, there's so much more to this
See?
Zumba thing. It's
Yes.
like, all I know is Carlos and Fatima. That's all I know. And I'm like, there's so much more. There's like, and then I meet you, and I'm like, there's belly dancing into it. There's cumbia. What is cumbia? I didn't even know what cumbia was. I'm like, but I love Selena. But I'm like, what's cumbia? And there's so much things. I'm like, this is so overwhelming. But I went like 10 times a week, and I just couldn't get enough. And I reached out to all of them. I'm like, I want to know more. Teach me. I used to do this, like, keep me focused because I didn't want to lose it
Yeah.
again. And all of them, every single one of them took me under their wing, and in their own way taught me something new.
I love
And
that.
then I think for the most part, Josan kind of said he didn't give me much of a choice. Like, you're going to be one. And so he's like, I was where you were. Let's get you started. And I was like, no, no, no. And he meant all love. He's like, go. And I did it. I was nervous, and it was the best decision I've ever made. I met Aunt Saldi, and she's amazing. She's so warming, and like
Awesome.
she always brought me up. She always mentioned, she said, Chris, come here, like, answer these questions. And she just made me feel so included because also I was the only male in the B1 class, and she wanted to make sure I felt okay. And it was so much love there. And again, I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. I was like, all right, ZinCon, I'm a Zumba instructor, let's go. And but it became more than that. I was like, nope, I want to give these people the life that I was given, the second chance. And that's kind of where I am now. And you really sealed the deal, and you show me that it doesn't have to be about
Oh,
precision, it doesn't have to be about perfection. It's about bringing those people to the stage with you and just dancing and partying and being happy. And I was too in my head for a while. I'm like, I gotta get this perfect. I gotta make sure this makes sense. This doesn't look right. I'm insecure. It doesn't matter.
it
And that's
doesn't.
kind of where I'm at right now to this from almost, and we're going on about 4 year span from the moment I first met Zumba till now.
I love that journey, Chris. Oh my God. I really love it. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It stopped us streaming. So, everybody, if you're hearing us, go to YouTube, or TikTok. We have a lot of people on TikTok tonight, which is awesome. It's because we're streaming together, Chris, and I love that.
Yes.
So, um, I love that you rediscovered yourself through Zumba. I love that you met a lot of people that push you into being yourself, because it's so important that to be yourself in something that you really love and care for. And we love, like, for me, I love seeing you in class. My students love seeing you in class, and Tina just jumped in and she said that I love dancing with you in class. and Chelsea as well. So they love seeing you there. They love dancing with you. And you have it all, Chris. So believe that you do. Believe in yourself. And I agree with everybody that told you that you have it. And by the way, Fatima is my girl. So we both speak the same language too. So that's something.
Oh yeah, I love
And
her so much. She's amazing.
she's awesome. She is amazing. I can't with her. I love her so much and I don't see her enough. So I should make it
We
at
need to
some
bring
point
her.
and go see her. Yes.
I I mean, we can trigger, we can whenever you want. We can sneak a trip to Cranston and we can surprise her because I told her we need to start. We need to dance
Yes.
together real soon.
Listen, in the summer, I would love for someone to drag me to every single class because I I'm a teacher and my summers are off. So let's do that. Let's do that.
Yes,
Definitely. I'm definitely with you.
I'm,
So
I'm excited.
yes. What's the first creative thing in Zumba or in cooking that you ever made that you were proud of till today?
Hmm. I would say I can go into something recent. I can go on both sides, culinary and Zumba. So actually, we do something. So I work in a college. So we have this elevated thing that we like to do. We call it farm tables. So we bring the farm, homegrown things, local, into something beautiful, and we teach the students, and we do a four-course, beautiful, fine dining meal for them.
Yeah.
Select few, and what I got to do is um, same thing with like I was telling you about bachata. I was raised in a Puerto Rican household, but I was never raised into it, where I wasn't taught. I never learned Spanish, and all that stuff, and all the Spanish I've learned, I've worked very hard too, and it's very broken, but it makes I get by. So the cuisine is not my strongest. I never learned how to cook that, and with that, we wanted to do an introduction to the chef because I recently started working here, and so I did a Puerto Rican style home cooked meal for Christmas, but I elevated it. And where it's pernil or anything like that, it became a fine dining course. And from a dish that can cost you $7 at the bodega, can call it looked like it cost you about $45 to $50. And it means so
Oh,
much because it represents my family, my mom, and everybody who I've watched them, but I never got to learn. So I took them and I brought it, and I'm very proud of that creatively, because when it comes to dancing and cooking, and that's why I try to take it with a grain of salt. I don't think I'm
yes.
good enough to be a chef. I don't think I'm good enough to be a cook, and I still get the same reactions like, "What are you doing? You're about to become an executive chef."
Yes.
And I just got nominated for a cooking competition in the next couple of months.
Oh my
So like
God. And you're saying you're not good. Really?
I don't know. That's something that I'm working on. Is there's a blockage in me where I need to get out of it, and that's what's stopping me in Zumba as well. And that's what's kind of stopping me with that. So I have a really creative aspect when it comes to Zumba. There's a song called Muchacha, and
Yes.
it's a reggaeton and Afrobeat mix,
Yes.
and I love Afrobeat. I cannot do it. I'm trying, but it's a song that I think is gonna be. It is, and will always be
Fatima.
my first song.
Go to Fatima. She will teach you Afrobeat.
Oh, I got yep.
I
I'm gonna
kid you
surprise.
not.
I don't know if she's here, but I am going to surprise her next
Yeah.
weekend. I'm gonna go to Rhode Island, and I'm gonna sneak up on her and see what's going on. Hopefully bring the whole family over there. But so with that, there's a lot of trainings I still need to do. I need to know pro skills. It's something it's a hip
Yes.
thing I can't do.
You're doing pro skills with Coco, right? You're going to Waterbury to do
um,
the pro skills. Or
Unfortunately,
you
I can't do
couldn't
that
make
either.
it. Ah,
Yeah, it's just budgeting wise and work wise. I have to wait a
I
little
get it.
bit.
Yeah.
But I will definitely get on that. I
Yeah.
have full intention. I want to get into that. I want to learn Zumba step because I'm very interested in Zumba step. Um, but with that muchacha song is and will always be my first song, my first choreographed song from scratch. and I that means so much to me. And
Of course.
I don't know. I don't know how I connected it. I don't know how it makes sense, but everybody who's seen it says it makes sense. It's good. You just gotta tweak the movements, but you got it. And
Yes.
it took me like 2 months to perform it, but I did. I did it actually last week for the first time, and it's still tweaking a little bit, but I'm proud of it. It's my creativity out on the floor, and they're doing what I've worked so hard to do and to create. And a lot of
Oh,
people can do it. And you guys are seasoned. You guys are natural. I know it probably is a little comes a little easier, and it will come easier to me, and I know that.
no. What took you 2 months to choreo your own song took me a year to choreo my own belly
Oh,
dance, Chris. You're
no
doing
way.
great. It's not about seasoning, it's about the person. You're doing awesome. Give yourself a pat on the back. Are you kidding me? I'm serious. You're so
I mean so
talented.
much.
You
I,
are. You are so talented.
I can't
So,
wait to
yeah.
feel that. Hopefully soon,
You will. If
because
you come, I will be your like your voice in your ear every single time. Chris, 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 you're so good. I'll be that person. You will be in no time. I promise you. So talking about food, I saw a post that you put on Facebook today, and may I don't know if I knew that mom passed away a while ago.
yes, a few years ago, yes.
So may her soul, like, may I'm so sorry for your loss, and I'm sure that she's looking down to you,
Mhm.
and she's proud of the person you are, Chris. But you put something really funny. So you asked her before she died to give you the meatloaf recipe because
Yes.
it was so good. But you guys laughed and move on. And then years later, you got to close her recipe, and boom, gift from above. You said that
I
you
got
have intolerance
intolerance.
to red meat. So what is that? Tell me a little bit about it.
I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I've talked to my doctor about it. He's like, you haven't. It's like your body doesn't like it, doesn't want it, doesn't
Oh
want
my
it. Yeah. I just like, and I'm like, that's my favorite though. He's like, it's sorry. So now I can't even try the food. I can't even have it, and it makes me so mad. And I'm like, oh, she did something. And
oh
she's
my
like, I
God.
told
I
you.
can't.
I was thinking about that today because since I'm a chef, I have to try red meat, and
Yes.
I can already feel the stomach pains, and I just tried a little bit. I'm like, all right, here we go, and I was just thinking about it, and I was just talking to mom. I was like, I get
You're
it,
playing with me now,
I
right?
I was like, I get it. You're still listening. You're still watching. I was like, gotcha. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but she wins. She
Oh my
wins that battle.
Moms always do. Moms always
Yeah.
win. But I'm sure she's so proud of you and the person you've becoming today. I'm sure she is.
Yes, I definitely think so. I think she'd tell me I can't dance as good as her, but she's saying I'm getting there. Let me teach you some salsa. I got you.
Yes, I got you, Mom. I got you. What's a talent, Chris, that you have that you rarely talk about?
Hey, I'm sorry, you kind of muted in the beginning. What was it again?
What's a talent that you
Oh,
have that you rarely talk about?
hmm, that's very interesting.
Maybe you don't have a talent. I'm just asking.
um, I can. I used to be a really good skateboarder. I used to be
Woo!
330 pounds, and I used to be able to do tricks and go on ramps and all that. I was really good at skateboarding, and then I split my head open and I stopped. So
Wow.
that was like a no. That and actually now that I'm mentioning it is kind of what we were talking about in the intro. I do slam poetry, and I haven't touched that in a long time. but I'm a
Really?
really good writer. I like to when I was going through my the rough days, I used to express it through poetry and spoken word. And no one knows that because the persona I give off is very masculine, very kind of like closed off. Oh, I am sensitive as I just don't like talking about it. But
I love
yeah.
that. Mary, you lucky you. I love it. That's so cool. I love writing too. So like we have something in common in this too. So I do love writing a lot. Are you gonna go back to writing or are you just gonna let it go?
I think it's always gonna be there. I think when the time is right, I can always come back to it, which is a blessing. Um, I use it a lot for moments of like when I just feel like there was no way out, just to get it out, so I can channel my emotions. But um, I'm growing and I'm getting better at handling it, channeling, where I can express myself, where it doesn't I don't swallow it. So, but if I really wanted to write a whole song, and I wrote songs, I did everything, and I think if I really needed to, I think I can always bring it back. Which is always, now that you bring it up, it's a good reminder that that's always going to be there for me, no matter what time of life and where I am at life. So thank you for that. You reminded me of something good that I can always fall back on.
Oh my God, that's gonna be really awesome. I would love to read some of the stuff that
Yes.
you are going to write, maybe from before or now. Just share some with me. I would love to read them. So, people, again, I know that Facebook went down. I don't know, it's something from Facebook, but you can find us on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on X, and on YouTube. So, join us. We're everywhere. But for some reason, Facebook kick me out tonight. So I don't know. Maybe someone reported. I don't know. But we are here still and we are still live with Chris. Chris, what's the best advice someone ever gave you and you are sticking to it till today?
Um, I have something I've been told recently, and I stick by it because it's really changed my perspective on dancing and just being myself. Is like dance like no one else is in the room. Just be yourself. Don't worry about the person on the side, the left or the right of you. Just do what you came here to do. Have fun and just give exactly what you were given. And that's the big thing. That's why I'm pursuing, because I've been hesitant on classes, and I'm like, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't have a full choreo list. Yeah, I'm missing a couple things. No, just go in there, have a good time. Whether you're taking other people's choreos, whether you're just dancing and spinning in circles. Those people went through those doors to see you and to have a good time and get away from the stuff they're going through, because that's the reason why I went through those doors. And
I love it.
that will keep me going through those doors every single day. And I want that. And yours truly, you're the one who told me that, and I will never ever forget that, because like I told you, when before I met you, it was very one two step. I messed it up, I give up. I did that so many times. I gave
Yeah.
up on the songs, and that's why I didn't get any choreo done. And I met you, and I'm like, why is there like six people up there dancing with her? I thought it was like a one person show. And I'm like, oh, they're running yesterday we were running in circles. I was like, we're running in circles. Like, what are we doing? But it's so fun, and I'm like, that's what brings it.
Yeah.
And no one did not have a smile, and that's what saved me. And I heard amazing stories in my B1. Saves a lot of people's lives that you can't even count. And my goal is to that person that you don't know what's happening behind them. There's someone in one of my classes that I noticed very shy like me, and
Yeah.
it's funny because it's the first time we talked in a couple weeks, and she's like, for some reason, and I kind of the other day, I'm getting comfortable with my choreo. So now they know my
Yes.
choreo. So I'm able to bob and weave. So like I stop it, I look at them, like, you guys teach me. And I'll go around the class and I'll start dancing with everybody individually. Like I'll tap their shoulder and then I'll start dancing with them. And the person on my right, she was very quiet all the time. And then I went up to her and I did that dance. I did the dance that we did yesterday. They love it. And she's very kind of reserved. And since then, the moment I did, she laughed. And then afterwards, she came up to me and she's like, "Thank you so much. It was such an amazing class." She's never talked to me.
Oh my
She's always
God.
showed
I want to cry.
she's always been very like happy and like, thank you so much. But she's like, "Thank you." And like, and it just kind of that I gotta hold on to that. I gotta, and it kind of goes
That's
into
your
that to change,
story.
and that's changing my perspective on everything. I'm gonna change the game in my head. I'm changing the game on Zumba. I'm gonna stick with the basics. I'm gonna stick with what I'm taught. I'm gonna stick with the four genres, everything that I was taught would be one, but also make it my own. It doesn't have to be strict. It doesn't have to be stepped up or like, hey, keep up, or I'm gonna change the music every day. No, if you I'm gonna talk to this. You guys want the same song? Let's do the same song. They request 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we did yesterday. They
Yes,
requested
I love
every
it.
time. And they've done it twice in one class. And I was like, you guys really
Oh
want
my,
me to do it again?
I
And I was
love
like, just do it
that.
again. And so I
Because that's your
realized,
story. I love that.
and I noticed, I was like, all right, guys, this is what they want. This is what they're going to get. It's not about me. My job is to deliver what they want.
Yes.
So I'm starting to build my choreo around them. I have old school music. I have an old school salsa from when I was growing up. And Martina actually taught me that is do songs that make you feel good
Yeah.
because it's because if I don't like it, if it's a whatever song, how am I going to enjoy it? How they're going to feel that?
Yes.
So so like the old school salsa I put in there, it's a 5 minute song. So I was like, all right, this like all right, I'm gonna have like 45 seconds. I did it. I turned around and I told them, dance with the person next to you. And they never done that before. And they were loving it. And then they're like, that's a good one. And there's another one that I'm dancing with them where, and I told them in the beginning of it, I'm like, you guys having a good time? And there's like one, it's the chorus where you just kind of 1, 2 step in almost like and then I was like, when you guys do that, you can wave your hands in the air, you can go side to side, and like you can just do your thing. Because
Yeah.
that part is specifically for you guys. And they're starting to notice, and I noticed that's gonna be me. That's gonna be what I bring to the Zumba table. And it's gonna be different. And I think with that is gonna bring people in and it's a club. We're gonna bring them every Friday night. You guys can't we too old to be going to the club. So I'm like, let's go have our own party. Let's have our own good time. And I realized that maybe a couple days ago and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. So now I'm building my choreo off of that. So yes, your advice literally changed the game for me, and hopefully, again, I'm thinking, this
Yeah.
is thinking big. Is I want to change the game for Zumba. Let's do that, and it's gonna start from a conversation between two people like us.
But Chris, boom, now you know who you are. Like this is such an amazing story that you are telling right now. I have goosebumps. I'm like crying because you made a difference in someone's life and that person is coming for you. You are making a difference. And that's what's important. We are here to make a difference in people's life, and you are starting to make a difference because they make a difference in yours, and you're making a difference in theirs. And this is such an amazing story. I'm so happy and proud of you. I really am. Good for
Yeah,
you.
I wouldn't done it without any of you guys, and you guys, every single person has done something great. Like I said, you brought the fun into it. Denise is just like just overall just very built comfort and just made me feel included. Ita kicked my butt, and
Yes,
like she's like, you're gonna do this class, and we're gonna do it together, and you're gonna put this song that you practice, but you never showed anybody you're gonna do it.
yeah,
And I respect that. And just on to a point where if I ever need advice, I'm like, I can't connect this verse. What is X? What does this mean? He was always any time of the day, he's like, I got you. What do you need?
I
And I was like,
love
Give
that.
me a and everybody has that. And that's kind of the biggest thing. I even tell everybody, I'm like, everybody has their separate worlds. Connecticut,
Yes,
Rhode Island, Massachusetts. but look what every single one of you guys did to one person.
It's a community. It's a
Mhm.
community.
And it
And
shows everybody has their talents.
yes, everybody is great in what they do, and the love that we all share together, it's so important. I love that for you, Chris. I really love that. I remember yesterday. This is a funny story to share for both of us, but I want to share because yesterday after we did, the Zumba, and then I was telling everybody, yeah, we will. I'll see you all on the 31st, and then you jumped behind me and you said, "What's on the 31st?" I'm like, "It's not for you, Chris. It's ladies' night out." You looked at me and you said, "Oh, but I can wear my blonde wig," and you made sure you're wearing the blonde wig. So, Mary, I don't know what's going on with the blonde wig, but I'm gonna tell Chris. Tell me what's going on with the blonde wig.
Actually, it's somewhere.
Oh,
If I can find it, I'll make sure I bring
I
it.
love that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think it's like white with a little bit of blonde, it's a little bit of silver. It's a little mix, a little Halloween thing, but I think
Oh
I paid
my
money for that, so
god.
I'm keeping it.
Work it.
I'll be one of the girls, don't you worry. I'll just sit in the corner, just like, hey guys, just hanging out.
Oh my God, now you know where we are. So we will see you at the ladies' night out, Chris, at some point. I
uh,
love it. I can't. I love it so much. So yeah, I would love to have like we will have a group outing as well because I love this stuff. This is what connect us outside the Zumba. The Zumba field sometimes. So I love doing a lot of this stuff. We will definitely do it. But I loved how you jumped and you're like, where are we going? Oh, ladies' night out. Okay, I'll fix myself and I'll come with you. Definitely. So this is the person you are. This is you. The fun, the outgoing. Never say that, like you're not shy. You are outgoing. You're a social butterfly and everybody loves that about you. You have such an amazing heart. So keep flying, my
Thank
my friend. Keep flying.
And yeah, and you haven't seen nothing yet. I said, come to one of the classes, you're gonna see a whole different. I even eat that. I remember. I will never.
Yes.
I didn't. I haven't even talked to Denise and Nita about this, but I seen their face when I showed them my choreo for a couple of songs, and I was always very blocky. I was like, just dancing to their songs, very
Yeah.
quiet. And then when I opened up and like I like just became who I am, they were looking at me like this. Who's that? And I remember like it was yesterday, and I laughed so hard. I'm like, all right, sorry guys, it took me a little bit, and like I still think I'm like a little shy, especially with your classes a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
communicating more. I kind of I circle myself around you, like the three people that I know. I circle myself around you. I'm like, come here, but you're gonna see to a point. Give it like 6 months. I'm gonna be running in there, like doing front flips. I'm like, all right, let's go. What you guys doing? And I definitely, please, once I get situated, come to my class and you're gonna see a whole different side. And I'd love for you to join in and do some dances. And I think it'll be great. And I want to do stuff like that. Would be awesome.
That's amazing. I love that everybody is opening their doors to you because it's so important for a new Zumba instructor to be feeling welcome because when they feel welcome, they can shine more. And you're not taking anything from anybody. This is how I feel. Like nobody will take anything from anyone. My style is different than yours. Your style is different than anybody else. And we all have our own kind of followers. You know what I mean? Because if they love my style, they're gonna love my style regardless. If they love yours, they're gonna love yours regardless. So we build our own like small community and our own style as well. So you're doing your own style, and I love that for you. I love that for you. Um, What's a moment you realized that you were good at what you do, especially as a chef? By the way, my sister is a chef. So
Really?
what was that moment that you realized that you are good in what you do, Chris?
I think very recently, believe it or not, and I've been doing this for going on 15 years. And
Crazy.
recently, and I was actually talking to one of my colleagues today about this, is I've always been put in a bubble. I've been very
Yeah.
suppressed because when they know you're good at something, they want to bring you down and they don't want you to see what you can do because they're threatened.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
eh, and it was a long time. It was a long time. And I was working in Windsor, Connecticut, and then it was the worst. I just felt like nothing. And my kids needed me, so I was like, all right, it's time to take a demotion. I demoted myself from being a
Yeah.
chef to, be there for my kids. And I came to Springfield College and I found a place that just needed a nice catering chef. And so I went nice and low, very quiet, 6 to 2, go home to see my kids, make sure that I get to pick them up from school. And they're like, you're good. And I'm like, and I try to suppress it a little bit. I'm like, okay, because I was scared they're gonna do that again, put me in a bubble. And I was like, oh, and then 2 weeks later, after I just got hired, they promoted me to a chef de cuisine, which is higher than I've probably been in a while because when I became a full time dad, I just put my career on the side. And so they put me in the chef de cuisine position. And they give me a huge box to go in. I'm able to stretch. I make the decisions. I kind of push through. I make amazing dishes, and the director, the big boss, came up to me, and one of the big district, he travels the world and sees other chefs. He came to me. He's like, I want you to take part of this competition, and I think you can win. And I was like, this is what 15 other trained chefs around the world. It's like, yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And now they're talking to me. I was talking to another account that we're shared with in North Carolina. It's like, oh, we know all about you over here. I was like, I started this job 3 months ago. It's like, we know all about you. Come see us and let's cook together. And since then, it just really kind of brought it to a point. I was like, maybe I'm really good at this. And they're talking to me about executive levels and moving on and going into other accounts. It's just like, and I was actually talking to Maria about this today. I was like, I'm confident, I'm comfortable, and I'm glad I'm starting to see it. But one thing is, I always see it, that bubble everybody's put me in is in me forever, and I not again not forever, in the foreseeable future. And my goal is to get that out of me because I think once that's gone, I'll be unstoppable. And I cannot wait to see what
Well,
happens with dancing, with cooking, because I think, and I think we talked to Joe about it. He's like, why do I see your videos and you're so comfortable and happy, but then you come to like certain days and you're kind of like, and I was like, because those are the days it's up here
yeah,
is where
it
I
is all
doubt
up here.
myself and I don't feel comfortable. If I don't comfortable myself, I would leave the class, and because I just can't connect. I've done the song millions of times. Why can I
But
connect it?
you need to try to disconnect with that. That's really important. So whenever you're in class, people feel that energy. And you need to try to disconnect from whatever job you have. And if you're going to Zumba, just try, it should be your happy place. Make sense? We all struggle. We all have a lot, but people who are coming to see you at Zumba, they want to release that stress. And if you don't know me from before. You don't know that I have. Um, so I do have um, something going on with my whole body that you don't know about because I never told you before. But I have lupus. So every single part of my body aches and my organs like fight each other. But when I come to Zumba, I just forget everything because when you see the people to come and dance with you, to release that stress that's going through the day, they are there for you and you are there for them. So I do agree. Just like splash it away, go to the class and enjoy it. And trust me, people who threw dirt, they lose ground. So don't let them get to you because you are that good. You are important and you're doing stuff that people will always try and put you down. You think that I'm like, even with all my kindness, all my joy, and you said that I'm a good person. I question myself sometimes because of people who just throw dirt on you for no reason.
Hmm.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Be the person you are because you know yourself. Do not question yourself, Chris. I'm serious. Like, take it from me because I do question myself a lot because of all the negativity that happened. But don't do that. You're
Yes,
much
I
better.
agree.
Yeah, you're much
And it
better.
comes around, and
It
like the karma
it
comes
does
around,
come around. Karma does come around.
and a lot of
100%.
people, and everybody who's doubted me is either not doesn't have a job anymore or struggling, and I'm ready
See?
to escalate to a whole nother part of my career, and
Yes.
because I kind of
And
held my
look,
ground and kept going.
all the good stuff are happening to you right now, from your job to Zumba to everything. Like, people get served. People do get served, and they deserve it sometimes. They do deserve it. They think, oh, karma will get to you. No, karma will get to you because if you're putting someone down that they are really nice, it will come back to them, not to you. It's their own persona, their own negativity that's gonna come back to them. So I get it because we're both the same and we like absorb energy from people. Just don't, like, stay away from that. And when you go to your niche, when you go to Zumba, always smile. And I told you that before. Just enjoy it to the max because you're good in what you do. You are.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And
Yes.
I gotta keep reminding myself, and I appreciate all you guys that keep reminding me because it will stick. And once I get my
Well,
60 minutes, and that's what I was like, once I get my 60 minutes, it's gonna go uphill from there. And I got the students, and it's starting right now. I've like a lot of people reaching out. They're like, I can't wait for your class. They're willing to come out. I don't know if it's the same thing in Connecticut, but like Fridays are hard. Like it's their weekend, and I got a good amount of people saying I will see you at 6:30 or 6 or 6:30 on a Friday. I'm like, "Well, then let's emphasize on that. Let's make it a Friday night. Let's go clubbing. Let's go clubbing in the Zumba class. Let's make it. Let's make it. Let's have a good time, and I'm gonna change. I talked to the gym managers. I'm like, I'm gonna get you like costumes. I'm gonna have you come up and start dancing with us and stuff like that, and they're all for
I
it. I
love
want them to have a good time. And he's like, oh yeah, get me one of those little gremlin things that you get, the inflatable SpongeBob, the Patrick with the fishnets. He's like, I'll go in
it.
there and I'll start dancing, and I'm like, that's what I want to bring in,
Why
with the
not? Bring
confidence.
props. Yes. Do you, do you, do you. Do not do anybody else. Do you, Chris? If you feel this way, like I saw somebody bring in live music to their class. That's them. They want to
Oh,
do that. You know what I mean? So do you. Always like be creative. Always be the person that you want to be. Do not listen to anybody. Do
yeah.
you be yourself? Don't care. Don't care. They can be themselves, you can be yourself. So you don't care about anybody else. And I love that. I love that for you. For me, I don't work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only because Friday, somebody, like some people will leave for vacation. So it's a little lower on the lower sides on the classes. That's why I don't. Saturday and Sunday, I concentrate more on events. I'm that crazy.
Yes.
So that's why.
Yes, I think it's a good practice for me because I'm not like
It
I think
is.
once I get a few people in there where it's not too much, but like hey, you never know. I could be the one to bring it all them all in, and
Yes,
and
why
like you
not?
and like you said, like what you were saying earlier about being yourself and being creative and being your own thing. I think Beto got to where he got. He was himself and he changed the game, and he
Yes,
chose that year. People will probably like look at him different. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm changing the game, and look where he got. Look what he created. He's saved millions of lives, and I don't, and that's kind of where I go back into the history of it. I want to represent the person who created this.
I love it. I love that. I love that for you, Chris. If you could ask your future self One question. What would it be, Chris?
Kind of following what we were just talking about it. Will I be able to get confident enough and be strong? Will I be strong enough to
You
fight
are
everything
confident
there?
enough. You are.
I
I can tell you.
and I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's my biggest concern is I got to get through this hump, which is that I don't think much of myself, and that's why I stay very reserved, and I'm hoping
Okay,
it
let me
changes.
ask you that question. You being on the podcast tonight, do you think that, like, I'm asking you questions that you're not prepared for, right? Did I give you any of the questions to prepare? No.
No,
So if you weren't confident enough, do you think you could have done the podcast live tonight with me? Just answer me that question.
probably not.
So stop saying you're not confident enough. Do not say that again. I will not accept that. No, 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 no way, Chris. Not no way, Jose. No way, Chris. I will not accept that. You are confident enough. You are making a change. You are here tonight telling your story to the whole world. So you are confident enough. That's
I
what I'm going to
appreciate
say.
that. That means a lot. Yeah, I will make sure I keep that, and I'll keep working on myself to
Yes,
make sure I emphasize on it. I want
yes.
to be the best version of myself, and I'm getting there. And I've
Mary,
changed slowly.
let's get saying that every single time we see him, both of us.
Oh, she reminds me. She tells me, and she's like,
I
"Stop
know she
it!" And I'm
loves you
like, she
so
does,
much.
and she tells me, like, "You're a whole executive chef. I never went to college. I never went to any of that for this." And she just commented, "So proud of you."
Yes,
um,
yes, we are proud of him. Yes, she is proud of you.
and I
That's
would say
amazing.
more of like, and I think more less of a question, more of a statement is, did I make you proud? To my future self, like, did I make you proud of the steps I made? And I think that would be the kind of the one statement I would say more than a question, because my goal is that, you know, I should know what my, like you said, I should know my future. I should know I'm strong enough. I should know I'm good at where I'm going to be in 10 years. So it's more of like, are you proud of me?
Nobody knows what's the future hide. I'm gonna tell you that. We are all working for that place that we will land at some point into. But you are confident enough to find that space. You're going through the tunnel and it's not that dark, Chris. It's not. It's so bright because you are a bright light yourself. So I'm confident that you're going to have everything that you ever, you know, put in mind to achieve. So just keep moving forward. You're going to get there. I'm sure you will. You
I'm
have
definitely
a
sure of it
lot of
too.
people clapping for you. You have a lot of people clapping for you.
I was actually telling about that actually before the podcast. I was like, I'm very excited. She's like, why? I'm like, I was nervous coming here because all her friends are my friends, and I work and go home, work and go home. I'm like, I have something of my own. I have a community. I have family. I'm like, I can't wait to go to my next class to go so I can go see my family. And these people who I've never met, and I'm very quiet. I'm always sitting in the corner. They come up to me and give me a hug. I don't know them, but they came up to me and gave me a hug, and I was like, these are my people. And I finally got that, and it's an addicting feeling just to be part of something more than just yourself. And I was just telling about it. I'm like, it's a blessing, blessing, blessing.
And you're changing their life. You are doing that. You're changing their life. That's such an amazing feeling, I'm sure. Um, Chris, it's 1 hour already, but I don't want to finish our podcast. But I do still have like a couple of questions I would love to ask you. What's a question you wish people ask you more often and mean it when they do?
Um, I know it might sound like very simple answer, but more of like, how are you doing? A lot of people kind of do it in passing. They don't value that anymore.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I think it's like, hey, how you doing? And then they kind of move on. It's more of like, And again, from someone advocate for mental health, Maria is a mental health clinician. She's the one who shows me that on a daily. It's
Yeah.
it can change. It can change someone's day, and actually taking a second to listen. A lot of people
Yes.
don't listen to what everybody else has to say. Especially when it comes to special needs. It makes me nervous when my twins are autistic. People kind of just ignore it. Like, and I have close friends that are autistic, and people kind of just don't really communicate. I'm like, no, it's about taking that 2 seconds and say, hey, I hope you have a good day. How are you? And
Yes.
that you don't know what people's mindsets are or how they're doing that day. And sometimes that's, again, everybody sees the persona of chef, Chris, the chef,
Always
the
smiling.
confidence, the Zumba instructor. Like, he got so much of dad. Like, he has a lot going on. Like, he nothing can bother him. No, sometimes I just want someone to say how you doing and take that second to listen, because I've had a
Yes.
rough day just like you did.
I
And
agree.
that's, yeah, that's it.
How old are the twins, Chris?
They are 5.
They're 5. So my Chris, he's 17 right now, and he was diagnosed with autism as well. So
Oh,
I have
really?
my youngest, yeah. His name is Chris, and he was diagnosed with autism. He's graduated in high school this year, and he was doing high school, and he was taking college credits at the same time. So I I'm not gonna tell you the road is gonna be easy. It is going to be a hard road, especially if they are diagnosed with the autism spectrum. But if you believe in them, if you push them through what they need to be pushed, don't listen to anybody but your heart. They will be so successful in life. So successful. And I am sure you tell me a lot about what you do with your kids. I'm sure that you and Mary, you love them so much. They are loved, they are cared for, and that's what's important. So keep believing, keep believing. My son is diagnosed with autism and he is doing great things. And I am sure he's going to do great things in the world, as your kids will as well, Chris.
Yes. Thank you, and I believe that as well. And the education behind, with autism, it's really changed. And
It
Maria
did.
does it also. She's a licensed clinician for mental health, and she also deals with ABA, so behavior
Yes.
with autism. So she knows. So she came in, she knew what to do, and my son is on. They were both pretty close to nonverbal when they came here. Jameli, my daughter, she sings and she doesn't stop talking. And she
Oh,
goes, Mama Mira. So her name is Maria, but she goes, Mama Mira, Mama Mira. And she's like, Where's Daddy? And if I'm doing a Zumba class, she's like, Daddy, where are you? 2 years ago, she wasn't saying a word. And,
see? Oh my God. I love it.
Chris, Chris doesn't talk as much right now, but he says, she's like, Who's that, Daddy? And he knows how to read better, more than a first grader. And he's only in kindergarten. He can read well. He
See?
can
I love
it's gonna get there. And she's been through the hardest times where I sit there crying, breaking down. I'm like, what am I gonna do when we're gone? Who's gonna take care of them? And I know, as a parent that's going through the same thing, it's a
yes.
terrifying, terrifying feeling no matter how old we get. And it's it's never gonna go away. And I think that's what you mean when it's a tough road, and it's never
eh,
gonna go away. I'm looking at I'm exhausting all ideas. I'm trying to go through everything to make sure they have the best chance. And Maria's been doing everything to support that as well. And I gotta keep going. And that's the biggest reason why I lost all this weight, because if I'm not here, no one is.
I
And
love
and
that.
that's why I gotta keep doing Zumba, because again, ultimately it's for my kids just as much
Yes.
as it's for me.
And that's why you need to stop listening to all the noise on the side, Chris, because you matter. You matter to your kids. You matter to your significant other. You matter to the people that you matter to them. You know what I mean? And because you're showing that light, you're moving forward, you're gonna hear a lot of this noise. Do not listen to it because we have a good heart and we're kind. Sometimes we question, but I'm here for you. If you need anything, just hey, This is what's happening. I just want to talk. If Maria is not there for you, I'm gonna be there. I'm a sister that's gonna be listening to you as well, Chris. Keep moving forward. Do not care about all the noise because it's just noise. Look at you. You're doing an amazing, amazing job. And everybody is proud of you and everybody is applauding for your success. The people who's not applauding for your success, they can 3 points away.
Mhm. And
They
I
don't
agree,
matter.
and I can't wait to get even better and just to dance with you guys side by side. And I cannot wait till we go on that. We're gonna go on to bigger stages, and I'm bringing you guys with me. And we're gonna have a great time.
We only get better, Chris. We only get better. I don't want to finish this episode, Chris, but I know that you want to share with our audience a lot of stuff about you. So before I wrap up, please tell our audience how they can connect with you, whether your classes, social media, any upcoming events that you have. I want everybody to follow your journey and keep that rhythm alive.
Okay, so right now, hopefully in the next week or two, I will be at LA Fitness in Springfield, Massachusetts. Going Friday about 6 to 6:30, give or take. I will let you guys know on the time. But Instagram is Zinflow by Chris. TikTok Zinflow by Chris. And Facebook is Chris Vela Velasquez, but cut short a little bit. But feel free to see Carla, and she has me on her post, so you guys can see me there. But yeah, Instagram is the big one. Zinflow by Chris. You'll see all my classes going forward, all my Zumba mentors with me and doing choreos and all that good stuff. That's the best way to reach me, and I would love to see you at my class. It's gonna be a complete party, and I can't wait to see you guys there. And Carla will be guesting real soon. I just got to get a date set up.
I love
It's,
that. I love that.
and it's
And we
posted in
can't
the
wait.
chat.
Yeah, we can't wait for your wedding as well. And I really can't wait for your wedding and Maria. I would love to see Maria in her white dress. And did you say yes to the dress, Maria? Our smart
Oh,
babies. Of course, Maria. Yes, yes. Our smart babies. Yes.
she didn't show me out. She won't let me
Yes,
see
you
it.
said yes to the dress. Yes. I love that for you, Maria. I would love to see you again if you can make it to the class. I know it's hard with the kids. It's either Chris or you, but maybe bring the kids with you at some point. I would love to see them as well
Of
in
course.
class. Of course, of course. I love you guys. So, Chris, you can stay a little bit after we're done, but I want to finish the episode from music to movement, from sneakers to stories. You showed up, you shared, and you reminded us of what this community is all about: heart, creativity, and love without limits. If you vibed with us today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment about your favorite moment. Until next time, keep shining your light, keep lifting each other, and keep dancing like nobody's watching while inspiring everybody who is. Have a great night, everybody, and please stay safe and away from that snow and cold. Bye.